Hey guys, so I just want to do a really quick goals revisit. I know it's already August, so like halfway, it's more than halfway through the year. Um, but I just wanted to do this really fast to let you guys know what is up. I'm going to try to hopefully make this really, really quick. So my first big goal is the Goodreads challenge, which for me was to read 100 books. And so last year my goal was to read 64, and I read just over 70. So 100 books is my goal this year. So far I've read 52, which means that I'm eight. Gosh, sorry. I always get emails when I do these videos. I'm 8 books behind on my goal right now. I think that I can accomplish it though because I am in the middle of so many books. So as long as I'm finishing some things, it should be okay. We'll see though. That's not like super, super important. I also had a couple of list type things that I wanted to do. First one was BookTube recommends. I currently have completed 4 of my BookTube recommends, and I just DNF'd The Golem and the Ginny, so I'm counting that as the 5th book, even though I DNF'd it and didn't complete it. So that means that I'm 2 behind, 3 including this month's. So that's fine. I feel like I can still make it up. I should probably focus on that a little bit. I also wanted to try to read more Dominican authors. My mother is Dominican, and I feel like Junot Diaz and I guess Julia Alvarez are like the 2 big Dominican authors. I didn't research this very well before I created the goal to do this though, and there are like barely any that are translated into English, and there aren't that many in general, and so I was going to kind of make up the slack a little bit with like nonfiction books about Dominicans and about the Dominican Republic. But if you will remember, in February, I think I read Little Heroes, and I hated that book so much. And ever since then, I haven't picked up any of them. So this goal is no longer a thing that I'm going to try to do. I might try to do it next year, but instead of 12, maybe 6. So I feel like that's a much more reasonable accomplishment to read one every other month as opposed to trying to read one a month, because there just aren't that many to choose from, unfortunately. I might do like 6 Dominican and 6 Hungarian. My mother is also Hungarian, and I feel like there aren't that many Hungarian authors talked about on BookTube. So maybe I'll do that. Not sure yet, though. That's in a couple of months. I got to think about that. I also wanted to try to do the 25 before 25, the list of 25 books you should read before you turn. Wow, this like turns everything yellow. Before you're 25, I am 28. I'm turning 29 this year. I have read none of these this year so far. I'm in the middle of Fast Food Nation and The Stand by Stephen King. So those are the only 2 on this list that I have attempted to read. Here is the list in case you are wondering. I've crossed off the ones that I've read already. I own a lot of these, so hopefully I can power through. I would love to do this. Like, I really, really hope so. So that would be fantastic. I also started, after this was not included in my goals because I found out about it afterwards, from Frumius Reads. I think there's the 52 books around the world in 52 books challenge, which is basically a book a week, different challenges for each of them. I've basically completely stopped doing this too. The problem is that I like pre-picked what books I was going to read for each challenge, for most of them anyways, and that was really stupid because I've read books that fill these challenges that aren't these books. So I think this weekend I'm gonna like reprint it and figure out, because I'm pretty sure I've accomplished a lot of these. I just because I like wrote in pen the name of the book that I was gonna read for the challenge, it kind of it locked me into it. I mean, it didn't really, but in my head and on the paper. So I'm gonna try to fix that and see if I can accomplish that this year. And then I had a couple of like numbery stat ones. My goal was to read 50% or less US and British authors. I'm currently at 69% US and British authors, so I might just switch this back to my goal for last year, which was to read less than 50% US authors, because I think that it's a little bit hard to come back from 69% now that I have less than half. I mean, barely less than half. I have about half my books left, so it could happen, but we'll see. I'm at 59% US authors only, so my first goal will be to bring that down, and then I can worry about the British author thing afterwards. And then also, I wanted to try to have my page count average be 300 or more, and right now it's 272, which I think is pretty good. I feel like I read a few graphic novels and maybe that low, and I mean, I'm trying to read like one graphic novel a month, and so that definitely lowers the page count. But I'm in the middle of a lot of like really, really fat books, so hopefully I'll finish them, and hopefully everything will be great and wonderful. Yes, so those are all of my goals revisited. Let me know how you're doing with your goals. I know it's not halfway through the year anymore; it's almost the end of the year. Oh, so yeah, let me know how you're doing.